not. Is the microphone on?
Okay, thank you.
Yes, the microphone is on. And we are here. What's up, P-Pod? It's your boy, Shaun P., the leader and general of the illest team known to man, the Purefoys, a.k.a. your family's favorite family. And it is Wednesday, everybody's favorite day. And you are now live with Shaun and...
Key
and me.
And Muzi is here, too.
Hi.
So, what's going on, people? How y'all doing?
Hey.
Hi.
Welcome. Kyra's in the building today.
Hey.
Jocelyn, what up? Yasin is in here. So we're going to just start sharing really quickly because this is a question that we get asked not so often anymore, but it's always amazing to people when they find out that Nakia does not have a regular 9 to 5. Like, she doesn't go to work. Of course.
They kind of understand, though, because we have such a big family. They're like, oh, yeah.
Yeah. So just give us 1 second so that we can share and share alike. Of course.
Such a big family. They're like, oh, yeah.
But what's up, everybody? Make sure you're sharing. We're going to be sharing a couple of tidbits and just some cool things that we do to make sure, to support our family. So I'm just sharing one more time. Well, for the first time. Link is copied on my phone. Going to nope, that's my podcasts. And I am almost shared. Copied and pasted. We are shared. What's up, everybody? Like I said, today we're going to be talking about raising a family on one income. As the title suggests that, those of you who have families and who have a 2-income family, you know that even with your own family and just doing that together can be work. You have to budget. You have to plan. You have to set money aside. You have to try to save. You have to buy this for the house. You got all your bills and expenses. And, going through that whole rigmarole can be tough. But, it's the ideal setup for a lot of families. I think we are the only family that we know. Are we the only family that we know that's on one income? Of our friends?
Randawana.
Oh, yeah. That's probably it.
Yeah.
That's it. So one of our other friends, our groups of married friends, couple friends, they are a 1-income household. But yeah, man, it's super tough. And we didn't always. What is he doing?
Being Bud.
What are you doing? So Shaun is over there just doing nonsense. But, raising a family on one income is not impossible. It is definitely doable, but it takes a lot of just effort on both parts to make everything work. And, we're just going to be sharing some tips on how we make it work and just our experiences, our successes, and our I guess our downfalls with it. So how do we get to this point? Do you want to spill the beans? How do we become a 1-income family? Because we didn't start off that way.
Well, yeah, we sure didn't start off that way. I was working full-time as a manager at Target. And, but I know, so much goes on in childcare, and I kind of have trust issues when it comes to my kids. So, I know that. What are you looking like that?
I'm gonna let you finish your
Thank
thought.
you. I know y'all making faces. So, the boys were watched by grandparents and stuff like that, and they weren't available to watch Ari. But I wanted to watch her myself. Like, I honestly, like, I wanted to be the one to stay home and raise her and, you know, just be able to see everything and keep her safe, of course. So yeah, you can keep going with that story. I ended up staying home and yeah.
As I remember the story, and I'm not sure what's going on with.
I can't think of today.
I'm not sure what's going on with her, but I was a substitute teacher in Orange, New Jersey, and she was working at Target as a manager, and we were both roughly making about $25,000 a year.
I was making 36, but okay.
Well, we were kind of making the same amount of money along those lines. But then, you know, things started getting like really serious between us. And then, you know, we got married and, I was still a substitute. We still had the boys and, we were living in
a 1-bedroom apartment.
We were living in a 1-bedroom apartment with a big den. A big living room. And the boys were basically had their room like in
the living room.
In the living room, bunk bed and all, video games and all. You know, like it was their room. There was their space to do their thing. And then we got pregnant, and you know, and like, you know, she was working. She worked all the way through the pregnancy until she couldn't work anymore. And then
I came out a little early because of pain.
Yeah, she was in immense pain, and she was just like miserable. So she was on bed rest and just like home rest. And I was still, you know, trying to find, you know, I was trying to get into being a full-time teacher. But I was still just kind of like navigating my way through the nonsense that the state makes you go through to become a teacher if you weren't an education major. So Shadell calls me, lets me know about this wonderful opportunity of teaching at this charter school in Newark.
That's his cousin.
Yeah, Shadell's my cousin. And once I found that out, I got the job fairly quickly. And like a week later, Nakia's like, actually before I even got the job, Nakia's like, I don't think I'm going back to work. And I'm like, huh? Like, how is that supposed to happen?
I was like, I don't know. God gonna provide.
I think she just took a swing for the fences and just got super, I mean, all things work out together. But in my mind at the time, I was like, this girl, she is bugging. Like, how are we going to support, at the time, 3 kids on my substitutes? We make about $2,000 a month. So that's
that
like
must
24.
Faith.
I guess. I thought she was just like super high, or just like the hormones was just getting the best of her brains. But I was like, I don't know how this is going to work. But we were reading, again, like she said, we were reading a lot of like just like reports and news reports about terrible things that were happening to kids in daycare. And we just got spooked out about it. So, she stayed home. Thank God I was able to get the job that essentially covered what we both were making. And we made it work. Very humble beginnings. We only had 1 bathroom. Like I said, we were living in a 1-bedroom apartment. Mm-hmm. We only had 1 vehicle at the time. Rip to Corey, the Corolla. Rip, rest in peace, Corey. And, our life was like really, really simple at the time. I was taking the train and commuting to work every day. No.
Yeah.
Not at first.
Oh.
Not when I started working at.
I was getting up at 5:30 and taking you.
Yeah, so like before, when I was working in Orange, I was able to take the train to work and then take the bus from Penn Station to my job, because the buses just ran regularly there. But the location of my new job was just like super out of the way. I would have had to take like 2 or 3 buses from the train station just to get to work, and I wasn't trying to wake up at 3:00 in the morning just to take the bus
you
to
already
work
had to
to
wake
make
up
it.
at 4.
Yeah, I was already waking up at 5:00 in the morning to catch the train to So I was just like, something's got to give. So we put a whole bunch of miles like on our Corolla, just to make it work. And at the time, Nakia was handling the finances, and because she said she was good with money, and
I did good because I said
she messed us all the way up, miscalculated, because we had got our van, the van that we still have now, and when we were doing the budget for it, she was like, oh yeah, this is gonna work, this is gonna we'll be fine. Come to find out, she made a miscalculation, and we were like,
you got a good memory, y'all, so I don't remember none of that,
especially when it comes to money. And we had to switch some things around to make ends meet, but we did. So we didn't do a whole bunch of like eating out and going out and things like that. We just had like a pretty decent budget. Now the thing with being a one income household, like this is one of the downfalls of it. Like the person who is bringing in the source of income, we become, well, I'm gonna speak for myself. I became like super just like money conscious. Like how someone that might be overweight or not really like cool with their body is like self-conscious. I become really like money conscious. So there were times where I'm robbing Peter to pay Paul. I would know what we had available to spend, and I would give Nakia a budget, and then she would go out and go over the budget. And one time we actually almost got.
Are we like bashing Nakia? Is this a bash Nakia show right now?
I'm the only person that's talking, so it's not. We are bashing. I'm just talking about the stuff that you did. And I told her like, yo, you could. I say you can only spend $60. This woman went to the store and spent $85. And when she came back, I was like, can I see the receipt or whatever? And then I kind of felt like, and I didn't want to feel that way, like like a parent that's like, giving a kid a spending limit or whatever when they go to the mall, and like, don't spend up all my money at the mall.
Mind you, this is the beginning, so I'm still learning how to purchase things under budget, and like for a family of 5. Why are you making faces? This was the beginning.
We were like 2 years into like being married.
Yeah, but this is the beginning of me staying home.
But even still, your husband told you to spend this certain amount of money
before I was working. So it was like,
what's going on, babe? What up?
I'm just gonna spend what.
So but because I was so money conscious about like what we had to spend and the bills that were due, that really just like really bothered me, because and she was just like thought she was just gonna like cute her way out of it and smile and and laugh and do all this stuff like that, and it just really just perturbed me. So there's one of the things that like. That's just like a downside of being a one income family. Like when times get tough, the person who's more mindful of the budget. Of course, our budget is not a secret. What we have in the bank is not a secret. Nakia is privy to all of the Nakia is privy to all of what's going on with the money that we have. And but I kind of make the final decision on how funds are spent, and just so I'm kept aware, I was just asking her to just like, stick to a budget and let me know what's going on. And of course, we were faithful in the things that we were doing. The reason why I was able to make as much money as you is because I've always had 2 jobs as long as we've been together. So I've always been a musician, and I've always been in education, as long as we've been together, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, fast forward, so I got this new job and I'm making more money, and things are getting better. So then we get pregnant with hey. What's up? Welcome to Live with Shaun and Kiwi, talking about raising a family on one income. So fast forward, we had Raylan, and our apartment was like way too small because
overcrowded.
It was just like dumb crowded. Like especially when we had Ari, all of our clothes and bikes and stuff that families have. It was just crazy. We were walking over things like and the boys are getting bigger, so like they got more stuff, and it seemed like every time they went to their grandparents' house, they got more stuff, and it was just tough. Yeah, shout out to the grandparents though. God bless y'all. So then we had to move, and then we got a luxury apartment. Yes. About 4 or 5 blocks from where we were staying, and
it was a 2-bedroom and a den, so we treated the den as a 3rd bedroom.
Yeah, and we had 2 bathrooms this time. We had granite, and we had a pool in the complex. We really liked this apartment. We had a washer and dryer. Didn't have to go to the laundromat or anything like that to wash clothes,
which I wasn't gonna do with 4 kids.
And yeah, so everything has just increased, as the years have gone by. God has really allowed us to to just like our finances to increase, and there are times when things were good and we had in our budget we had money to do the things that we wanted to do. So we had money to like pay our bills. Our bills were fine. And then we had money to like go out and
go on vacation,
buy my sneakers that I needed.
And that he needed.
Shoot, I needed that. And that's probably why I'm so bugging out right now. Because I haven't bought a pair, like going through withdrawals. But there's also been times where we had to really, really just like tighten up and like shut down all of the extra expenses. So, one of the things that I think is, what are the benefits of having a 1-income household? And I kind of think we kind of like cheat a little bit because I have more than one job. I wish I had one job. It's
really a 3-income household.
I wish I had one job that paid me as much money as I do make.
Yeah.
That would have been awesome. But yeah, because I know how much, my kids need to be in this environment where we can do the things that we want to do, have the influences that we have for them, and raise them as Christian children. I knew for me it was just going to have to be a big sacrifice. Yeah, and those are the things that we have to do. Like we sacrifice to make our families work. This guy. Yeah. But being in a one-income family household, I should say, is it's all about sacrifice. It is legit all about sacrifice. What I've decided to sacrifice is probably time with my family. As much as I love my family, I know that I got to be out there hustling and bustling to get this money, so that we can have the things that we need. Sometimes it hasn't been successful, and sometimes, for the most part, it has been successful. What are your views on like like sacrifice to make our one income family, one income household work?
Oh, well, I don't know. Here we go. Part of this self-care thing, back when, we first went on one income, I wouldn't get my nails done and I wouldn't get my hair done. And it had a lot to do with, I know we only have a certain amount of money. So I feel like the kids always need something, whether it's underwear, whatever they always need something. And, and because of that, I would just always, just put myself to the back burner. I mean, I'd get the things when I needed them, but if they could wait, I'd wait for them. And I wasn't doing the extra stuff, like my nails, my hair, the extra stuff I really wasn't doing.
But I also told her during those times where she wasn't doing the extra stuff, I told her to do it.
But that's why I didn't. Sacrifice. That's what we're talking about. Sacrifice.
But I feel like you were just being hard-headed and just being...
I wasn't. I was sacrificing.
Because best believe during them times, I was at Foot Locker
he was getting
on
sneakers.
Jordan Saturday.
I wasn't.
Buying
I was buying pajamas and onesies from Carter's and stuff like that.
Technically, I was buying them.
Whatever. Your money is my money, boo. Hello. Yes, it is. Yes, that is. No. It's our money.
But yeah, it's definitely all about sacrifice. Sacrificing time, sleep, and then Nakia also, because it's because we're a one income family. Like a lot of the shared responsibilities have now kind of been, all of the responsibilities are shared throughout the house, but she's kind of taken ownership of most of the responsibilities. So, when she was working at Target, there were nights when it was my night to cook dinner. And, I'm the best chef in the house. So I would just whip up, all the awesome meals that, home with 5 kids salary.
Priceless.
Type. Yeah.
Thank you. I get paid a whole lot.
And, I would cook, and then, when she came home, I would pick her up from work. And when she came home, she would have her food ready, you know what I'm saying?
Or he would bring it to me.
Or I would bring it to her. Mm-hmm. And, we made it work. But then when I was bringing home all of the bacon, it was kind of like, all right, she's got to be the main chef of the house. Nakia really takes charge of, like making sure the house is clean, making sure the kids are taken care of, making sure all those things like that. So, it's really like a shift in responsibilities. But at any given time, if I feel like she needs a break, I still chip in around the house and clean up and things like that.
Or I also learned, sorry to cut you off, that if you need a break, then you need to tell your husband sometimes that you need a break, because he's not a mind reader.
Word.
And, but he does understand that. And it's not that he's not willing to help but he was out working all day as well. So yes, you are home working all day and stuff like that, but our job doesn't end. You know, so like, I appreciate him because he does come home and help, if not with anything else, with the kids.
Yeah. And we'll answer that in 1 second. What I was also gonna say.
Sorry, cut you off.
Dag, man, I really wanted to say that too. She just had to interrupt me. It's all good. What was I gonna say?
You were saying
What was I saying?
How jobs are flipped.
Responsibility has shifted. I don't know. Maybe when I watch the playback, I'll type it in the comments or something. I don't know. I forgot. But Kyra, do we chase sales, clip coupons, budgeting strategies? Chase sales, yes. I am an avid eBay shopper. I shop every time we go to the mall. The first rack I hit is the sales rack. We shop out of season. We shop sales rack. We shop thrift stores.
Target
we
clearance.
shop
That's my favorite.
Target
I know
clearance.
when all of it goes.
What else? We do hand-me-downs, good hand-me-downs, high quality, from, trusted friends and things like that, because nobody is trying to start brand new for every kid, for as many kids as we have. We would spend thousands upon thousands of dollars if we had to buy everything brand new. So we found a couple of places that we like to shop that help us save money. So where do we shop?
Once Upon a Child,
Once Upon a
Kids
Child,
Kid. Those are our
go-to.
Yeah, our go-to thrift stores that we love.
Yeah, I am an avid H&M sales rack, $10, $20 jeans guy. We own a lot of clothes, but a lot of stuff, I paid $5 for. We buy clothes at Costco. Listen,
I just got pajama sets for $5.99. It's on sale at Costco. So I got one for each kid, little kid.
So Chase sales, definitely clip coupons.
I do, but they hardly have anything in there. Like I do, but I don't because I'm really picky. So like. He doesn't know because he doesn't shop and he doesn't see coupons. Ari can tell you that I clip coupons, right, Ari?
Yes.
Thank you, daughter. She always got my back.
We don't clip enough coupons. Let me say that.
We don't coupon. Should I say that? We don't coupon. We tried that. He tried dumpster diving.
Yeah, I saw one episode of like Extreme Couponers.
And he went crazy.
And I was like, what? Especially when they started getting all of like the soaps and they never buy like produce or the stuff that families actually need to eat.
Yeah.
That you would want to raise your kids on, because there's a lot of like super processed food, frozen dinners and stuff like that, and we don't eat that way. So but we do we clip coupons when we can. Budgeting strategies. Yeah. So budgeting strategies is you really need to have a vision for how you want your money to be utilized throughout the month. And we struggle sometimes with budgets because sometimes, you get so tired of budgeting sometimes that you just be like, yo, I just need to do this thing for me. Screw the bills. It's not always the best policy, but listen, if you are like pulling your hair out, you're never going to enjoy the stuff that you have already. So sometimes you do need to treat yourself, and then you make up for it. So,
however, if there's a goal in mind, then that's when you stick to it. Like us buying this house,
yeah. So there have been times when we've had a budget, and then there's been times where we had like the military strict budget. So like when we were buying the house, we didn't do anything. Like we didn't see any of our friends because we knew that
we saw them, but at the house
if we had to go to their house or they had to come to our house, like we are not meeting you at I think we went to Troy's birthday, and that was probably it. That was it. And that was we spent like $60, and that was after even months before then saving and just like shutting everything down. Like so we weren't eating out. Everything was homemade, so like
everything.
Our one of the things that we love to do, like after church, we go to 7-Eleven, and we get some chips and a drink, and some candy, and just have just like that's like our family thing. But for that time when we were on a strict budget, nope, we are in the morning time. We are making peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. We're packing salads or whatever the case is, planning everything we're going to eat throughout the day, buying snacks from ShopRite instead of buying them from 7-Eleven and things like that. So or Costco, whatever the case is, buy them in bulk, so that we're saving every penny. What else were we doing for like strict budgeting? That was strict. We were on like all these different like
the
apps.
Food is the strictest for me.
Huh?
The food is the strictest. Like that's the hardest thing for me to do.
Why is that?
I don't know, because I always want to, because we're such a big family, I always want to make sure they're good. Like our kids are always eating. Like they're always eating. So I just want to make sure that they're their bellies are full, that they're not hungry. So I don't know. It's the hardest for me.
Whenever you have,
we did a good job.
Whenever you have Raylan and Xavier in the same house, they will eat you out of house and home.
Let me tell you,
Xavier and Raylan consume so much food on a daily basis. It's nerve wracking. Yeah. But just sticking to a budget, trying to get deals, and that's one of the things that I know that I need to do, like at this present time, to really like see how the money is flowing throughout the month, because a lot of people just pay bills, but they don't know how to pay their bills. So one of the things, and not to beat up on the kid, like a lot of things, one of the things that she was doing when we were paying bills was just like paying them. It wasn't like any strategy. It was like, oh, this is due, let me pay that. Oh, this is due, let me pay that. And then, not really allowing our money to like stretch. And it was kind of like, I don't know.
I don't know how I did so well as a single mom for so long.
I don't know either. I don't know either.
I didn't.
But yeah. Well, I don't know what she did wrong when she got with me, but she started tripping and messed up on our. I don't know. I'm not. We live and we learn, and we're in a better place for it now. So I think is that it? What else can we say about being on one income? Communication is key.
Yeah, definitely communicate. So have a set amount of money. If you plan on spending over that amount of money, you tell the other person. But it goes both ways too, out of respect, and just so your other person has knowledge about your finances.
Yeah, we are. We only have one bank account too.
Yeah.
So that kind of.
Well, one bank. We have two joint accounts, but one.
So we always know what's going on. Things got a little freelance when we had our credit cards popping, because you could just use those whenever and they don't show up immediately. And but yeah, we have what am I saying?
I don't know.
Communication is key.
Yeah.
Talk to one another, and it's just always good to know. Use cash as much as possible. One of the things that, as a bill payer, I hate when it takes forever for something to come out of the bank account. So one of the things that we started doing was, instead of like putting our groceries and things like that on a debit card, we would take money out of the bank for the week. That way, the budget, how much money you spent, exactly how much money you have to spend and what's left. When you use your debit card, you're more likely to overspend and be like, it's just $20. It's just $5. It's just $10. But over the course of a day, what we were finding out, we were spending, way too much with the little purchases, and those little purchases add up. So use cash whenever possible, and have one account. We had it set up. I had a beautiful setup, and then stuff started happening where we had one account where just bills were being paid from that one account. Mm-hmm. And we were making enough money to save and to come out of the account, and it was just a beautiful system. And then we decided to buy a house and mess it all up. So now we're trying to work our way back into a beautiful system to where we don't have to worry about the account being overdrawn because our bills are coming. Key, can you make some more bread?
Which kind, apple or banana?
Yeah, you got to place an order.
I'll make it for you.
Yeah, Kyra, you could get the bread. Are you able to have date nights? Are the older kids able to watch the babies? Yes and yes. Oh, look at us. No, I'm joking. See, now I'm never going to give you a 5 on live again. We are. That was one of our big things, like earlier in the marriage. You know, just trying to get away because we always had to find somebody, so on and so forth. But Xavier and Jaden definitely hold down the fort.
Yes, they do.
You know, nothing like crazy, but like, you know, if we want to get away for a couple hours,
Yeah.
we've
they hold it
gradually
down.
been able to do that. You know, it started off with just like an hour. Oh, we're just gonna run to the store real quick. We come back. You know, we were gonna just go here and come back. You know, local stuff. But now we can, you know, we can go to a concert if we want. You know, we could go to AC.
Yeah.
You know, we could spend the night out in Xavier, huh?
We have not spent the night and left him.
We haven't.
No, overnight they'll go with my mom, or
We stayed out mad late.
Yeah, we stayed out late.
It might as well have been overnight because when we come back, the kids are asleep. We stayed out basically overnight, and like Sharon has been here to help out. So yeah, we get a lot of support from the big kids. So yeah, what up?
Zay, he lives here.
Yeah.
How much you charge?
That's a part of his room and board contract. Because he lives here for free, his babysitting services are included.
He eats and everything.
Yeah.
Do you know how much Zay eats?
Xavier
Jesus.
eats like a wild boar. He eats so
That's a
much.
lot.
It's not even funny how much this kid eats. Shamir, what up, man? Oh, this guy. We're not talking about fights and Marion P on here, man. So, we talking about raising a family on one income. So, either stick to the script or
I can't.
it's like now. But if you guys don't have any more questions, we're going to wrap it up. And that's it. What?
This piece of hair. Okay.
I don't know. Guys, we're gonna be doing a giveaway really soon. Hopefully when we get to 1,400 subscribers, we'll do a nice big giveaway. We still
Oh, you're welcome. Thanks for watching.
haven't fulfilled some of the other.
Just one.
Just one.
Yeah.
But we thank you all for rocking with us. We got some new stuff coming up. We got a new spoof coming up next week, so be on the lookout for that. We have another awesome like day in the life kind of update with the family coming up really soon, so be on the lookout for that. Keep watching, keep sharing, keep subscribing, and shout outs to everybody who watched us on Monday with our worship service. One of my coworkers actually hit me up, came to me and told me that, you know, she really enjoyed it, and like, you know, like the singing like brought her to tears, and she was just like so inspired that she had to just share it with her other friends, and she really enjoyed it. So if you guys like you know, us singing and things like that, please. What's up, Erica? How you doing? Welcome to Live with Shaun and Key. We're actually about to sign off, so you're probably gonna have to watch the playback. Make sure when you guys watch the playback that you comment on it, and just keep the conversation going. The more you comment, the more that you engage with us, the better we do and rank on YouTube. We are slowly but surely nearing.
Oh, sorry, Regina.
Aw,
Sorry.
my bad, Regina. You gotta check us out on the replay. We started a little late.
Yeah.
But thanks for coming through. Thanks for being here. Please watch the playback. Subscribe and share us with your friends and family. And yeah, is that it? That's it. I'm Shaun.
I'm Key.
And you've been Live with Shaun and Key. Have a great night and a great rest of your week. We out. Live, let love.
Peace.
Peace. Yo, yo, yo.